Okay, so we're back. So I was talking about productive paranoia. And again, productive paranoia is when you consider everything that may go wrong and then you come up with solutions to negate those potential problems. Okay? And I think that part of this process is so important because a lot of times when people think about achieving a goal, doing the impossible, they never consider all the bad things that may take place or all the unwanted situations that may take place. And when I do all of the books that I've read, a lot of people gloss over the reality that you have to allow your mind to go to a place where you are almost intentionally negative. But you have to do that so that you can game plan. And so it's critical that when you talk about success, the process of success, you got to include the highs and the lows, the peaks and the valleys, the wanted situations as well as the unwanted situations, because many people, they ignore this part of it. And then when they get hit with all of the challenges and adversity, they don't know how to respond. And so just like, you know, if you're an athlete, you want to be somewhat, it's good to be kind of nervous. It's good to have those butterflies in your stomach because that keeps you honest. When you're too relaxed and you're too chill, that's when you set yourself up for failure. That's when you set yourself up for the knockout. So productive paranoia. The next thing is commit. So now you have to commit, and I always say commit for a lifetime, because a lot of people can commit for a season. It's the 2nd of January, I think, maybe 2nd of January. There's a lot of people that are committing to working out, committing to drinking water, committing to being a better this, that, and the third. But are you willing to commit to that for a lifetime? And here's the thing. What does that feel like? What does that look like? And this is the thing that many people don't do. If you want to put out an album, right? If you want to put out an album, you have zero resources. All you know, you got the talent. That's it. I got the talent. I don't have access to a studio. I don't have access to, I don't have a lot of money. I don't have any this expensive disposable income where I can invest into studio time and all. I don't have a lot of the things that I need, but I know I got a song, I got a voice, and I got this talent, right? And let's say, for instance, you're in your mid-20s. Are you willing to commit for a lifetime to get this done? There's a whole bunch of music that comes out that was probably done 5 years ago, that was probably done 10 years ago, maybe not 10 years ago, but definitely long ago, that when we hear it, we think it's brand new, but that song was written 3-4 years ago, but that person was committed. They were committed. She or he was committed for a lifetime to make sure that somebody heard this music. You dig what I'm saying? So you got to be willing to commit for a lifetime. So how does that look? Yeah, you pursuing this goal might look cute at 25. Is it going to look cute at 30? Okay, it looks cute at 30. Is it going to look cute at 35, 40? Are you willing to commit at 35, 40, 45, 50? You want to create this nonprofit. You want to create this building to service the community. Okay, you 30 years old now. You got all the energy in the world. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. Are you willing to commit for a lifetime? And a lifetime a lifetime might be the next 30 years. So you're 30 now. You might not get this building up, complete until you're 60. But are you willing to commit for a lifetime for what you want? You feel what I'm saying? So that understanding of what it's going to feel like is crucial, because if you can feel what it's going to feel like 10, 15, 20, 30 years down the line, and at the end of it, you still feel that excitement, you feel that passion, you feel that love. And look, it's going to waver from day to day, but for the most part, you still feel good about the feeling you're going to get when you achieve your destiny 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 years, 40 years down the line, then you're ready. Now you can commit, right? The next thing is persevere. Here's the thing. You can commit for a lifetime, get hit and quit. You can convince yourself that you're able to now commit for a lifetime, get hit with one strong punch, get the wind knocked out of you, and be done. They say, now I'm going to probably get this wrong, but they say that Disney worked for a newspaper company. They stole all his ideas. They fired him, and they stole all of his ideas, right? Because he believed he was a genius, because of this world he wanted to create, he said, all right, cool, because I'm a genius, I'll just continue creating genius work. So I'll create Mickey Mouse. I'll create Daffy Duck. I'll create Cinderella. I'll create Pokio, right? Is it Pokio or Pocono? Pokio. The dude with the nose, the long nose, right? But at the end of the day, he was so not only committed, but he was so resilient that even though they hit him with a death blow, he created all these great characters. They fired him and stole him. He was persistent and said, I'll just keep creating genius work. I know I got it in me. I'll just keep working until I create some more genius work. And so even on his deathbed, he was literally laying down, and he had a model of Disneyland on a wall somewhere, I think on a wall, and he was still, again, committed for a lifetime to seeing his vision be seen. And I think he had created Disneyland, but now he was creating Disney World. And so he was still putting things in a proper place, putting that garbage can right next to that bench, because it had to be put there just right in order for kids to get the experience that they needed. So you have to see yourself get hit. Almost like productive paranoia. You got to see yourself get hit, then you got to see yourself get up. You got to see yourself recover. So part of your visualization process is, can you see yourself get knocked, the snot knocked out of you, and then can you see yourself recover? Because if you can see yourself recover, and if you can see yourself succeed, which is the last step, there's nothing that can stop you. There's absolutely nothing that can stop you. So let's go all the way back. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to wonder, right? You're going to think about what it is you want to do. The thought that gets the most attention is going to become a decision. That's step 2. Once you decide what it is you want to do, you're going to fantasize about the goodness that you will acquire from reaching your goal. It's necessary. Okay? Be in the clouds every now and then. It's okay. Then after that, you have to have the reality check. Most people are sprinting through the wonder phase, they're sprinting through the decision phase, they sprint through the fantasy phase, and then when they hit that reality check, they sprint back to the fantasy phase. Those are people in la la land. Like somebody always telling you what they're about to do, right? Because they always in that fantasy land, but they run from the reality check because they don't want to have to deal with the reality of what they're going to have to give up in order to get what they want. So you have to have that reality check. Then you got to go through productive paranoia. This is the tough part. This is where you got to do your research and figure out what could possibly go wrong. And then from there, you got to come up with all the solutions. And then the next thing is you have to see yourself commit for a lifetime. What does that feel like? I'm not concerned with can you do it. If you say you can do it, you can do it. But are you willing to, for your own personal benefit, figure out what does it feel like? Because what it feels like, if you can endure that and understand, exploring what it feels like for a lifetime, you're on your way. The next thing is, do you know what it feels like to get hit and then recover? And the beautiful thing about life is, all depending where you're at in your life, you probably have already been hit before, whether it's been physical or whether it's been financial, whether it's been a hit to in terms of a death, like someone died in your family. You've already experienced the a hit of some sort. How did you recover? Okay, maybe you haven't recovered. Maybe you need to recover from this so you can see yourself recover, so that you can now get the feeling of, you can take that feeling and use it to help you visualize yourself going from point A to point B and reaching your goals. And the last thing is, after you recover, can you see yourself succeed? People who can't see themselves succeed, that's almost like a mental disease. The inability to see yourself succeed. I know some people that work hard, that give a lot, that are smart, that are humble, but they're everything they need to be, but they can't see themselves being successful. Like, they got everything down. They're confident in their work, but they, for whatever reason, they can't see themselves be successful. I know you know somebody like that. Work hard, humble, does things the right way, confident, but for whatever reason, they still can't see themselves as succeeding. Like they can't see themselves in the car. They can't see themselves in the house. It's like, man, I know people who work less, don't work as hard, don't have all those characteristics, and they succeed because at the end of the day, regardless of their work, they can still see themselves being successful. And so on some level, they achieve some level of success. They're able to experience a life that is somewhat ideal because no matter what, they could always see themselves being successful. But I know people the other way, they work like crazy, believe like they got all the other, they believe like crazy, work like crazy, but then they can't see themselves as successful. So the success never manifests itself in their life. So you have to be able to see yourself succeed. And sometimes, man, you gotta, whatever the music is, listen to it. Whatever the TV show is, listen to it. Whoever you gotta hang around that makes you feel successful, do it. You know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of rappers rap about things that they wanted before they were actually able to buy them, because rapping about being successful is part of the reason why they actually got a chance to get a deal and got a chance to buy the car, the house, and whatever the case may be. So it's important, man. You got to feel it, and you got to be able to see it. You got to be able to feel it. And if you got that, then there's no reason why you shouldn't succeed. Now, obviously, you got the visualization piece. Now you got to put the physical part in. Now you got to work. Now you got to work day by day. But if you've already felt what it feels like to commit, then you should be good. If you get hit with a little bit of adversity, you good because you already thought about it and you know how to maneuver around it or power through it. You good. If you got to now sacrifice, it's good. I already thought about the sacrifices. I already know at some point I'm going to have to save a bunch of money and I can't go out anymore. So it's all good. I already know what's coming. I'm already preparing myself for that. You know what I'm saying? I already know there's going to be people in my family that won't believe in me. So I'm already seeing myself succeeding. I already know what success feels like, regardless of the people that believe in me. I already know what that feels like. And so listen, man, January 24th, come see me. Explosive Performance Academy with my main man, John Vickers, aka J Vic, one of the best in this country, one of the best trainers in the country. He gets people better. If you come in there, a C-level athlete, you're gonna leave a B-level athlete. We're not gonna lie and say he's gonna turn you into an A-level athlete, because some of that stuff got to be in you. But he definitely can get you to your 100. Your 100 and Russell Westbrook's 100 are two totally different things. Okay, but he can get you to your 100. So he is going to take his athletes and he's going to bring me into the fold. I'm going to take my visualization workshop, my visualization process, and we're going to help people become their highest version of themselves. And so whether you're an athlete or whether you have a job and you want to be better at the job, you want to be more productive at the job, if you want to be better in any capacity of life, this 8-step process will help you get there. And are you going to sit here and for 30 minutes and meditate? Maybe it's 15 minutes. Maybe the 8 steps is inspiration to create something for you that works, that puts you in position to think about the highs and the lows, the peaks and the valleys, the unwanted and wanted situations, and puts you in the right frame of mind to attack your process. Or maybe there's one thing that I said or 2 things that I said that you can add to your process so it help you get from point A to point B. So maybe you got a process, but I gave you 8 other things to think about that you can now include. So with that being said, we done, man. We done. I'm getting stronger. But I am feeling confident in this room by myself, talking to this blue wall in front of me, and talking to you all. So hopefully somebody's growing from this. Hopefully somebody's benefiting from this, and we'll be back at it soon. So thank you once again, Mar Fox Jr., Donnie Hathaway, done.